Okay, then we have that compartment or the things inside UV visible spectrophotometer. Now we will have a 5-minute break. 5 minutes break. Setuju ke tak setuju?
Setuju, doktor.
Setuju eh?
Setuju.
Okay, kita sambung pukul 12. Boleh eh? Okay, let's continue. Boleh kita sambung semula? Masih bersama dengan saya? Everybody are here?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So we have looked at the components or the compartments inside the UV visible spectrophotometer, all the 4 or 5 compartments. Now we look at the types of spectrophotometer. Okay, the one that we see in the quiz just now, it says single beam, double beam, or split beam, isn't it? Beam, it means the light source itself. Okay? Single beam means that it has only one light source and then will shone into one slit and will produce one monochromatic light. That is a single beam. Double beam, it has 2 light source shown and then 2. Everything are 2. Sample compartment are also 2. Okay? From the sample compartment, we will have 1 reference and 1 sample. Okay? For beam, we have 1 source, 1 light source. It goes to 1 slit, and it goes to 1 cuvette, and it goes to 1 detector. For double beam, it will have 2 light source. We go to 2 slit, and everything are 2. Okay? And then there will be the comparison lah. So I and I not. Multi-channel, sometimes it says, sometimes they call it as split beam. Split beam, we have 1 light source, and then we'll go to slit, and then it will go to. It will be split here. Okay? 1 goes to the reference, 1 goes to the sample. Sometimes it will have 1 detector. Sometimes it will have 2 detectors. Okay? It depends. But the point here and here are the one that makes the differences. Okay? Come on. This is a single beam. The one I mentioned just now. We have 1 light source, it goes to a monochromator, and then everything are red. Done. Okay? Abaikan yang ni. What about the split beam? 1 monochromator and then it split into 2. 1 and 2. This is split beam. Okay? And this is for sudah. So this is split beam. Remember, I've drawn just now. Some of them have 1 detector and some of them have 2 detectors. So in this case, it has only 1 detector. But in this case, the double beams this double beam has 2 split detectors. But which one that we want to use? Because these are based on technology, and this technology, you know, they evolve, something like that, very fast. Okay, very fast. Sometimes, maybe in the market at the moment, the one that we are looking at now are not being applicable anymore. Okay, maybe they use this simple part. But what is it that we need to know? What is it that we need to remember? What is it that we need to understand? First, it has a single beam, and then it has a double beam. What about the split beam? Double beam, we have 2 double beam, and we also have a split beam. So split beam actually is within the double beam. That's the reason why every time I ask this question, I will ask only 2. Okay? Or I ask without mentioning the 2, but the points is only 2 marks. So we have 2 things that we need to remember: single beam and double beam. But for the double beam, it will have a split beam and a normal double beam. Okay, I'm sorry for the confusion, not confusion, sorry, the confusion. So what is it that we need to remember? There are 2 or 3 types of spectrophotometer, which are the single beam, the double beam, and the split beam. Okay? And normally I will ask, sometimes the question will be regarding how to draw them. Okay, again, the same thing as the one that I've mentioned before. Okay, the compartments. We don't have to draw everything exactly like what's inside the spectrophotometer, but just draw it like boxes. But remember to label it. Okay, label. Okay, this is the most common spectrophotometer that we have, the split beam. Okay, not the double beam. This is split beam. We have one source, and then will be split in the middle. Okay, so we have 2 references. If you remember in the lab, in the food chemistry lab, if we have to go inside the room, okay, we want to measure, we want to scan or something inside a small room where we have to queue, that is the double beam. Okay, we have the reference cell. But if we do it on the benches or outside, okay, not outside the lab, still within the lab, but in the communal area, most of them are single beam. Okay, where we have to remove the sample and then put the reference, remove the reference and put the sample. Again, so this is how it works. And this is actually the picture, not actually from the lab, but the same model, the one that we have in the lab. This is the cheaper one, or the one that is in the communal area. So everybody can use it. This is the readout device, and the sample will be in there. Okay.